A narrow shaft of sunlight, bringing its message of the hell of afternoon heat outside, lanced down the lofty stuccoed corridor of the Hotel El Meseta in central Mexico. It struck a golden burst from the tight-fitting, gold-sequined, pink-stocking suit of the big, muscular Englishman standing in front of a door that had noise behind it. There was a square white cardboard box under his left arm. The door opened 8 inches. The noise redoubled, and there was a gush of the smoke of harsh black tobacco and the fumes of brandy and the reek of human sweat, all odors which the Englishman had noted halfway down the corridor. He could even have told you the exact number of men and women in the room, 9 and 2, and their approximate ages and states of health. A dark face with a trace of awe in it looked up at him from under a mop of coarse black hair, slicked back with gardenia-scented pomade. "Signor Milord," the small man said, bowing slightly. He pointed toward the next door. "There my patron rests alone, in preparation for the dangers and exertions that come at 4 o'clock. You he will see." "Gracias," the Englishman thanked him softly, and turned away in the direction indicated. The small man watched, vaguely wondering what was in the white box. "El English loco," he thought. "But within the hour the Englishman's madness will have been cured by the horns." He meant the horns of the bulls which are bred solely for fighting and dying bravely in the ring. In this case, Muras, the best, flown by jet at great expense from their home ranch near Seville in Spain. The big Englishman tested the second door, found it unlocked, then silently opened it and stood framed there, his head brushing the lintel. Inside, a man knelt in prayer before a dresser on which had been set a silver crucifix and a small picture of the Holy Virgin, flanked by 2 tiny candles that flamed unwaveringly. The man was as tall as the silent one in the doorway, but thin as a lath. 2 pale scars on forehead and jaw added distinction to his long, melancholy face. He wore dark slippers and pink stockings that went almost to the knee. The rest of him was clad in the tight-fitting suit of lights that is the uniform of the matador, in this case green, ornamented with green sequins and gilt braid. The Englishman waited with the natural reverent consideration he had for all honest believers in any worthy religion. The other crossed himself a last time, stood up, turned, then— "John Clayton," he said, his long face breaking into a pleasant smile. "I'm glad you came early." "Manolacito, my friend," the other replied simply, gripping the proffered hand with warmth. The one in green stepped back and critically surveyed him up and down. "What's wrong?" the Englishman asked. "Haven't I my suit of lights properly on?" No, all perfect," the other assured him, "and quite worthy of a Lord Greystoke, though I must confess that you look more like a somewhat lean bull, Signor Toro, than a bullfighter. You would excuse me for mentioning such matters, but there is a lot of muscle on you for the horns to hook into." Then the long, scarred face grew very solemn. "I beg of you, John, to reconsider this exploit once more. I know the placards are up. Today, 2 great toreros, the formidable Manolacito, John Clayton, who battles without quadrilla. A mano, hand to hand, 4 bulls of the morass. I know, too, how strangely eager you are for this meeting, so uncharacteristic of your reputed beliefs, and all you have done to arrange it." John Clayton made as if to comment, but Manolacito held up a hand and continued, "I also know of your vast skill with the beasts of the jungle. It is even rumored that you speak with them. But let me tell you this. The fighting bulls are another matter entirely. They are strong and swift beyond belief.